And don't just sit idly by, because what's going to happen going to affect you too.
Amen. Amen.
Whatever going to happen in America, this is where you live, ain't it?
Amen.
Whatever happens in America going to happen to you too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about this morning a generation like Nineveh. A generation like Nineveh. That's what America is becoming. We still got hope, but we becoming like Nineveh. A generation like Nineveh. That's what I want to talk about this morning. But that's what God put on my heart. Nineveh. 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 The one that God told the prophet Jonah to go preach to. And Jonah didn't want to go because they were Israel's enemy. Nineveh was the capital of Assyria. And Assyria was a nation that fought and oppressed the Israelites for years. They were Israel's enemy. Yet they was rich and they was wealthy. And they was a nation of paganists that did not worship God. And that's what America is becoming. We're a nation of wealth and we're a nation of paganists. Not all of us, but most of us. And see, the only thing that's saving America, in my belief, is that we do take care of Israel. And God said that if it's one righteous person living in America, he can spare America because his children living there. But we becoming like Nineveh, and that's starting to make me grieve. Amen. Because I see it happening every day. Mm-hmm. See, long time ago in the 60s, we were oppressing each other. Amen. Americans were oppressing Americans. Amen. But now this oppression that's happening to us now is coming from foreigners. It's coming from people that's from the outside coming in to hurt us. We used to hurt one another. But that's not what's happening now. You got people that's coming from other nations that don't like us and want to hurt us. And this, I'm going to tell y'all something what most people want to tell. God wants them to do it to us. Amen. It's God making them, stirring them up to become our enemies because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. Yeah. These people, listen, I'm going to show you. Listen, God will stir up other nations to come attack us and hurt us because we're not doing right. That's right. Amen. That's how he always did it. And that's how he's still doing it. The Bible says he would hiss at them. In Isaiah, I'm going to show you the scripture if I get to it today. In Isaiah said, because we call wrong right and right wrong. That's right. He said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hiss at the other nations to come attack you. And do you know what it means to hiss at somebody? If you walking down the street and I say, hey, that's a hiss. I called you. God said he's going to go to them other nations and say, hey, come here. I need something for you to do. Go attack my people. He's talking about hiss at them to destroy you because we don't love him no more. That's right. So that's what's happening in our country, and we got to pray for our nation, and we got to try to win the loss because people are turning their back on God. And God is allowing all these crazy stuff to happen and things to get our attention. He don't want to destroy, because if he wants us to destroy, he'd just say be destroyed. Amen. You see the earth swallowing up people in their car. Amen. And you say, and they say, well, because it's the limestone. The limestone been there, why it just not start happening? And limestone ain't just get down there. Amen. If it been there, why it just start happening all of a sudden? If it's even if why the limestone giving away now? You ain't ready to hardly no houses being swallowed up. Now people being swallowed up at the red light in certain states. Amen. The ground gave way. Tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, all kinds of things going on. A generation like Nineveh. That's what we're becoming. What was Nineveh? Let me give you a little history about Nineveh. Nineveh was a dominant world leader for almost 50 years back in those times. They dominated the world for almost 50 years until 612 BC before Christ. They was a dominant world leader. They was a very wealthy nation, but they were a pagan nation. They oppressed the Israelites. Nineveh was the capital of Assyria. After a bitter civil war, it was subject to people like the Babylonians, the Medes, the Chaldeans, and the Persians. Nineveh is located in current-day Iraq. You see how they live over there. That's where Nineveh is located. In current-day time, it'll be in Iraq. Ain't that something? And you know how Saddam Hussein treated his people.
Amen.
And you know he was rich, right?
Amen.
Didn't he have pistols and rifles made of what? Gold.
Yeah.
But when the United States came to look for him, he hid in the ground like a little fox.
Amen.
And God stirred up the United States to go over there. Whatever reason they went, it was God. Stirred up Bush to go over there because this man was killing his own people and God got tired of it. So he sent the big boss, USA, to go. But he going to send somebody for us if we don't straighten up. Watch this. Nineveh was an important junction for commercial trade and a great highway between the Mediterranean Sea and the Indian Ocean. Uniting the eastern and western trades, it received wealth from many sources, making it one of the greatest cities of ancient times. But they didn't know God, a wealthy nation. God said the people don't know their left hand from their right hand that live in Nineveh. He said it was 6,000 people living there. He said it was 6,000 people living there that did not know their left hand from their right hand. I looked up 6,000. That means it was 120,000 people walking around that city that didn't know their left hand from their right hand. So just imagine you had 25 people living in your neighborhood. God divided up into regions. 25 people living in your neighborhood. 5 of them live on your street that don't know their left hand from their right hand. You be in trouble. We call them psychosis today. Psychiatric people, crazy people that don't know their left hand from. There was 120,000 people in that city that didn't know their left hand from their right hand. God said, Jonah, I need to go preach to these people and get them saved because I love them. And Jonah didn't want to go because he hated them, because they were Israel's enemy. And how many people you think walking around in the United States, big as the United States is, that don't know their left hand from their right hand? And we don't even care. Yet God said it was about 6,000 people that did not know their left hand. And all that wealth, all that prosperity, all that power, they led the world for 50 years. They was a world leader. Just like everybody look at the United States as a world leader. I don't care how you cut it. They look at us as being the world leader for the last at least 70, 80 years.
Right.
They look at us as being the world leader. But if we don't change our ways, we becoming like Nineveh. This that generation. This that generation where the children ain't getting churched.
That's right.
This that generation that these children ain't getting. At least we did go to. We the last generation of the church kids.
Amen.
These kids don't go to church no more.
Amen.
They stream it on their cell phone when they feel like it.
Amen.
And the parents don't make them go to church.
Amen.
So this that generation that's coming up, what I'm talking about, like Nineveh. And you can start seeing the effects of it already.
Amen.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but when a mama gonna kill her 4-year-old daughter because her and her boyfriend had a fight,
Amen.
that's that generation that ain't been church. That pagan generation that don't know God.
Amen.
When they get mad, they gonna handle business the way they feel like it.
That's right. Amen.
And some of them your neighbors, some of them gonna marry your grandkids, some of them gonna be your in-laws, might stab you. It's starting to affect us slowly.
Amen.
And this is what's on the heart of God. What is a pagan? A heathen. A pagan in simple terms is a heathen. One who has little or no religion. Little or no, if you broke, when you know, we say we broke when we got little or what? No money. Even though you got some money. But when there's a little money, what you tell people when they ask you to borrow? Man, I'm broke. Because you got little or what? A heathen is a pagan is a person that has little or no religion. And watch this. Who delights in sensual pleasure. A pagan, you gotta watch people that only do stuff will make them feel good. If it don't make me feel good, I ain't gonna do it. I don't go to church because church don't make me feel good. You ought to do it because you know it's right. Amen. Going to the gym don't make you feel good, but you know it's good for you. Amen. Eating vegetables and carrots don't taste good, but you know it's sure good for you. Amen. Taking a morning walk don't feel good, but it's sure good for you. And we the generation where if it don't feel good, I don't care if I'm gaining 400 pounds. I feel good because I don't have to walk. We're a generation of sensual pleasure, becoming pagan. That's what a pagan do. He only do stuff that make him feel good. It's a sensual. He is a person that delights in sensual pleasure. Whatever make him feel good, don't mean it's right. That's why the alcoholic rate in America is skyrocketing because people drink because it make them feel good. Even though it ain't good for me, it's good if you drink in moderation. But if you drink every day, liquor ain't good for you. Amen. Eat your liver up. Amen. But it make me feel good. I ain't got no liver, but I feel good. But that's the kind of people we becoming slowly. We only do what feel good to us. Sensual pleasure and material goods. That's what a pagan is, that worship material goods. A pagan is also an irreligious person. They hate religion. Anything got to do with anything that look like it's worshiping or praising or praying, they don't want to have nothing to do with it. Amen? Amen? So that's what we become, and we can start seeing the effects of it slowly. Sounds like America I was describing now, but I was describing Nineveh. People dream of coming to America to start a new life. But we take it for granted. Because of the wealth and the opportunities afforded to all those who want to benefit from it. That's why they dream of coming here. Because of our wealth and the benefits that we are afforded. But morally and spiritually, we becoming like Nineveh, slowly. But morally and spiritually, we becoming like Nineveh, a pagan society. A society who does not serve or follow God, but does everything contrary to what is godliness. And we're shedding innocent blood at levels that cannot be documented properly. You see the news every day. Innocent blood. It used to be you have to worry about who your neighbor is. But now you got to worry about what family you're born into because your grandmother might kill you. Or your stepdaddy. Or your mama. Or your mama boyfriend. You seen that on the news too? Man killed that little baby they found in Galveston. That little baby they couldn't find. They had a little picture of it about 4 years ago. That boyfriend did it, but the mama knew he did it. And she wouldn't turn him in. Because I love him. I'm in love. Love is strange in 2017, y'all. I don't know where this love comes from. You do anything to my baby, I'm gonna get you. She wouldn't turn him in because she was in love with him. She didn't want him to break up with her. Put that little girl in a suitcase and took her to Galveston and drowned her. That mama knew that boyfriend did it, and he made them investigators work, but they got him. Then she confessed. She didn't want to be alone. That's that new love that's going around. This that generation I'm talking about. First thing when you sing or you miss somebody asking, do you go to church or do you? No, you need to know if they go to church. Or invite them to church. That'd be y'all first date. All right, we go out, but let's go to my church. I don't go. Oh no. When he starts sounding like Scooby-Doo, get away from him. Scooby-Doo is a sign he don't love God. They get the murmur. Yes. Yeah. Amen. I'm gonna take my time because I'm not finna rush this here. Y'all know y'all see this world how it's changed. Amen. And it ain't getting no better because this is the generation that don't want to serve God. Hate going to church. But can hang out at the club. And y'all, see, back then, the difference between this y'all and this generation now, y'all used to go to the club, but y'all went to church the next morning. Smelling like liquor, with the ink still on your wrist. These kids ain't going, they ain't going to no church at all. They ain't going to go to no Bible study, they ain't going to go to no Sunday school. This is the generation where they don't want to have nothing to do with God. I pray that they ain't my neighbor.
That's it. Amen.
If I ever get ready to buy me a house or buy a house, I'm going to tell that realtor, let's go meet the neighbors. I'm a preacher. I'm going to find out who my neighbor is before I buy. You almost got to do it.
Amen.
They had an old man in one state. He was killing everybody in the neighborhood. But one little girl got away. They went in his house, found out he'd been burying people in his house and in his backyard for years. But one got away. You don't know who your neighbor is.
Amen.
Talking about Mr. Bobby so nice, he sit on the porch and wave at everybody. You ever notice Mr. Bobby don't never go to church? A pagan is a person, remember, that has little or no religion. That's what you need to keep in mind when you meet people and make new friends on a job or whatever. A little or no religion is a pagan. Because if you ain't got little or no religion, who you worshiping? What you worshiping? We were created to worship God. He's a heathen or she's a heathen. I don't care how pretty she is. I don't care how handsome he is. I don't care how much money he got. I don't care how big his house is. He buried in one of them rooms. They never find him. And with the internet, they'll be on the internet screaming how to kill odors in my house. Kill that chemical scent. Be 20, 30 years, they find you later in a garbage bag in the wall. They did that. Somebody bought a house. They were tearing the sheetrock up, laid it in the wall in a plastic bag, and been in that wall. Little or no religion. Don't need to be hanging out going out to eat with you. That's a Nineveh type generation that's coming up. Isaiah talked about these people. Isaiah said, woe to them that put life for darkness and bitter for sweet. But let's look at Jonah chapter 4, verse 11, and see what God said about Nineveh, why he sent Jonah. We're not discussing Jonah, we're talking about the people. How they had all this wealth and all these things going on, but didn't know God. Jonah chapter 4. When you find it, say, bless his name. Obadiah, Jonah, right after Obadiah. Jonah chapter 4, verse 11. I want you to see what God said about them. How they didn't know their left hand from their right hand. Jonah chapter 4, verse 11. If you can't find it, just write the scripture down. Trust your pastor. I'm going to read it for you. Don't worry, y'all. I'm going to tell you what thus said the Lord. And it says, and should not I spare Nineveh? Watch this. That great city wherein are more than 60,000. 60,000 mean 120,000 persons that cannot discern between a right hand and a left hand, and also much cattle. You got 120,000 people living in this city. And the city of Nineveh was so big that when Jonah arrived there, he walked for a whole day's journey and still didn't reach the city and started preaching. To walk the whole city, according to biblical scholars, It would take you about 3 days. That's how big the city was, just to walk it. And there was a wall that went around the whole city that was 8 miles long. 8 miles is a big wall to circle a city. So these people were wealthy, yet they did not know God. But God loved them because Jesus came to die for what? Sinners. Even the sinners that was in Nineveh. But God wanted them to repent. And so when Jonah went and preached to them, they repented. And God didn't destroy them. And Jonah got mad. But look at all the churches in America. All the TV's ministries, all the pastors that's on TV that's preaching the gospel in America still going down the downward spiral, which means they're rejecting God. So how much of this you think God gonna take? But we know the Bible says God is what? Slow to anger. He can let it go on for generations. But when that cry, there's something about the Bible say, the cry has come up to me now. Or he finna deal with it now. Sodom and Gomorrah, he say, the cry has come up to me. When the cry has come to his altar, he got to deal with it now. Now I'm finna send somebody. I'm finna do something to get their attention. And if that don't work, then I'm gonna let them be destroyed. Let's look at Isaiah chapter 5. Isaiah. When you find it, say, bless his name. I already know. Look to your neighbor and say, he ain't gonna finish. He ain't gonna finish. So you're gonna have to go home and study the scriptures I gave you. I ain't gonna finish. I just want you to see what Isaiah said. And after I read these scriptures, we're gonna close. I'm finna close. And gum. See, that's what y'all want. I see. That's how I'm gonna wait till Brother White do his first sermon. When Brother White give his first sermon, then I'm gonna hoop that night. Amen. I like to have fun because I'm going up yonder. I'm gonna do what God say. I don't care who it make mad. And that's what you need to do because you need to get to heaven. Ain't nothing down here. It's almost hell on earth now. Now look Now Isaiah, this was way before Christ came on the scene. This is what these people was doing. And we doing it today. Look what Isaiah said they was doing. And God was angry then. That's why the prophet was writing to them. Isaiah 5:20. Isaiah chapter 5, look at verse 20. When you find it, say, bless his name. Look what he said. Isaiah, now this before Jesus, look how the people was living. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. He said, woe. Woe mean, hold up now, don't do that. When you tell somebody, whoa, you trying to get their attention. He said, woe unto them that call what? Evil good. You calling evil good. Now this before Christ. And good you call what? Evil. That put darkness for what? Light. And light for darkness. And put bitter for sweet. And sweet for bitter. You call good evil. Mama Joseph went out her way and helped them people. Y'all talking about Mama Joseph, what she sticking her nose in them people. Mama Joseph did something good and you said it was evil. Brother Taylor went over there and slapped that man across the head. You say he should have slapped it. I've been wanting to slap it. Now you call evil good. You understand? That's the kind of society we live in.
And then support it.
Then we put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's what they was doing before Jesus came. We ain't even talking about us, but that's how we doing now. Watch this. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes. You know people like that. You can't tell them nothing. You don't care if they wrong, they right. And prudent in their own sight. Look at verse 22. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine. Woo! If you want to open up a business and make some money, I shouldn't tell you this as a pastor, but just open up your juke joint and have happy hour. The Bible, we live in a time where people are quick to, we drink wine for everything. Well, my cousin had surgery, had to cut his right toe. Well, let's get something to drink. I feel sorry for my body. We drink for everything. If somebody die, we drink. If somebody get born, we drink. If you buy a house, we drink. If you lose your house, we drink. Quick to drink wine. That's what Isaiah say. Men of strength to mingle strong, and we want the strong drink. We don't want no mad MD 2020. Look what he said. That's what the preacher telling the people. Yeah. God mad at you. Amen. You minded to drink wine and strong drink. How many DWI for time? Man just got killed, a school teacher. Him and his wife trying to go home. This man on the wrong side of the beltway killed them people. Amen. Come on now. Look at verse 23. Which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteous from him. We give the wicked a reward and take away the righteous his reward. Look at verse 25. Therefore is the anger of the Lord kindled against his people, and he has stretched forth his hand of what? Because of the way they're doing each other. God is mad and he stretched forth his hand against them. Watch this. And has smitten them, and the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. He said God's still mad at him and he's still punishing him. He ain't gay, but he's still punishing them. Look at verse 26. And he will lift up an ensign to the nations from afar. He finna speak to the nations that's afar. Watch this. And will hiss unto them from the end of the earth, and behold, they shall come with speed swiftly. In other words, God said, I'm going to call all the other nations. I'm going to call all the other nations that are against you, and I'm going to hiss at them. He's going to get their attention. Say, I got something I need you to do. I got some people I need you to straighten up for me. That's why you see ISIS and all these people starting to hate us. Because God is calling them to get our attention. He's going to use them to straighten us up. Amen. Do you see it in Isaiah? Amen. Now look at verse 28. Whose arrows are sharp and their bows bent, their horses' hoofs shall count like flint. The horse is going to be running so fast to destroy us, it's going to look like sparks coming from their shoes. Amen. Swiftly. And their wheels like a whirlwind. Verse 29. Their roaring shall be like a lion. They shall roar like young lions. Yea, they shall roar, and they shall lay hold of the prey, and shall carry it away safe. It's going to be like a roaring lion chasing a deer that grabs that deer and then drags it off into the cave. You know when you get that deer in that cave, it's over. Amen. He said that's what's going to happen to the nation that don't serve me and act like they don't know me. I'm going to punish you. And my arm is outstretched. And as long as I hold my arm outstretched, they won't let up off you. And that's what's happening to America right now. We're becoming a nation, I'm closing, like Nineveh. And so far, he got nations trying to get to us, but they can't. Because he ain't letting them all get to us yet. So he got us turning on each other. Families on family. You know what Jesus said in the last day? Mother shall give bill against daughter. Mother-in-law against daughter-in-law, son against fathers. All that is God's doing because we divided. Amen. It don't mean it's going to happen in your house, but you're going to see on the news what happened in somebody's house. Amen. The mother killed her own daughter. 4 years old. Amen. Then text the baby, the daughter's father, and say, I don't got to worry about our baby. She in heaven now. I killed her. Ain't that bold? And then got on the freeway and was driving all crazy and wrecked the car and had to go to the hospital. They didn't even know she had killed the baby. See, I read stuff because I don't want that to happen to me. Amen. I'm watching my review mirror when I'm on the freeway. Somebody's speeding, I get out the way. Because they may be on a suicide mission, just want to kill everybody. Amen. Amen. Give the Lord a hand clap of praise.